Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. A couple quick clarifications. Number one, I am trading futures. If you don't know what futures are, I'll put a link down below to a totally free 4-part series that'll walk through the futures market, how it all works. One little thing that maybe gets you interested, there is 0 pattern day trade rule in futures. So if you want to be able to day trade and have unlimited day trades every day, then the futures will help you out with that. And then second, I'm trading futures through a prop firm. What is a prop firm? How does a prop firm work? Which prop firm am I using? All that can be found up the link at the top of the screen. But in a nutshell, a prop firm is a way for you to put very little of your money at risk, and then you have a whole lot of upside potential. So if that sounds like something that could be of value, then definitely check out that link. And the other nice thing about futures is they're basically open around the clock. So I've already made a couple trades down here. Nothing huge, but that's where these gains are coming from. I'm watching right now pretty much a bear pennant. And seeing, now I got to be careful if it breaks there, that doesn't bounce out VWAP on me, but I'm going to see if it wants to maybe break down through there. But I'm also wondering, is the break of this trendline kind of the leading indicator that it's only a matter of time then before the VWAP then falls? So that's kind of another bit of a thought process that I'm having. Close. Trying to rack my brain and decide if I want to do it. Let's try. I'm in. Blue line is my entry. Okay, I'm hopping out just because it's about to get very spicy here, and it could very well plunge, and maybe I regret it. But when the New York Stock Exchange opens at 9:30 a.m., the futures market will get a boost too. And when I say boost, I just mean a boost in volatility, not necessarily boost upwards. So you'll be able to tell when the New York Stock Exchange opens, right there. All right, good. Glad I got out because I would have been suckered in that movement right there. Would have been a bit much. So we'll see how this continues to play out here. All right, now I'm going to get in. How did I not? Oh, I only got a partial fill down there. Well, that's not good. There we go. So nice trade there. Ultimately turned out for, I think I was up 75. So about 600 some dollars on that one. Very good. I'll pause. Let's see what else I can find. Well, that was a pretty rough movement there. Came down. Obviously, I made money. I'm glad I traded it how I did, and then snapped all the way back up. But that's always kind of scary when you get a pretty nice breakdown, and then there's enough follow through, and there was enough for me to make money. But then to have it just snap back against you, that's where things can get pretty scary. Where you got to then start to question, am I about to get chopped to pieces if I keep trading? So that's what I'm very kind of going back and forth with right now in my mind. Am I just asking right now to start to get chopped to pieces? Again, one movement doesn't make or break or determine anything, but it at least plants that seed, and at least, it's kind of a little warning shot that, hey, you might want to consider that this might get a little choppy. Potentially a short up around this area. I'm definitely going to the lower volatility contract, which is another nice thing about futures is you can trade the same chart. However, you can trade it where your P&L will either add up very quickly. So that's where the NQ is very quickly. That's how that one yielded me and added up so fast. Or you can do the NQ, M standing for micro, which means, the numbers don't add up as much. So it's a good thing if you're wrong, right? Because if they don't add up as much, that means your loss will be very, well controlled. But on the flip side, if you're right, then you'll regret it because you're like, oh, I wish I would have went more aggressive because that gains would have added up more. So it's always kind of a catch-22. All right, I will pause, but I'll keep a close eye on it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get, well, at least try to get short. Well, I'm trying to get short. The red line, whoops. Guess I was too late on that one. Maybe we can try it. Put my stop up there. Going to filled there. The red line. Oh, come on. Trying to be patient. Maybe I should just be getting in right now. But when you don't have hindsight, you don't quite know. Guess I should have then. Well, I'll cancel those out. I guess back to the drawing board. Get off that line again. How am I not getting filled there? What is this? How did I not get filled? That was wild. Try to be patient with it. Comes back down. I might add some more. All right, I'm just hopping out there. I don't know this is goofy. So that was a very slightly winning trade, but like I said, that was kind of weird. I'm not sure. A lot of people are watching that one. I'm going to go back to the chat room too, my private community. Quick, here we go. Can it push through there and then maybe get down through the trend line? That is the question. Let's see what happens. Come on. Come on. There we go. I'll take that. Nice little scalp. Very good. Hindsight will be the judge, and if I should have held or scalp. Oh, guess I should have held a little bit longer. Well, if you're wondering, hey, Clay, how does your private community work? I mean, you saw me do it right there. So that is what I took the screenshot for. Talked about that being the key trend line. And yeah, there it goes. So for any of you members that watch these videos, if you took advantage of that one, congratulations. Got a nice, what was it at now? 55 down to, yeah, about a 20 point breakdown right there. And if you're not familiar with futures, 20 points in less than a minute, not bad. Not bad at all. 20 points. Those gains can add up very, very quickly. But yeah, there you go. So that is, and it might not be done either. So that's just where it is at right now. All right, I'll pause. Well, congratulations again to you members that took that trend line break. If you held, you had to have a little bit of patience right here, but it never did anything crazy. What do I mean by crazy? Well, if this thing would have spiked out and then come down and done this move, well, that's one of those things where like, all right, all the shorts that probably shorted there probably got stopped out or taken out of the trade. But it didn't do anything crazy like that. Slight bounce and then completely rolled back over. So yes, the power of a trend line and the power of yeah. I'll turn that into a quick plug, the power of a community. So if you're interested, yeah, just go to my site, claytrader.com, and just look for the claytrader.com/team. Well, I'm going to get really fancy here. You're going to be super impressed with my marketing capabilities here. There you go. Playtrader.com/team. There you go. Go there if you want to learn more about the community and get signed up for it. But I know I pay high dollar for that sort of marketing right there. That was crazy, crazy. All right. Well, I gotta be. I think I'm a little bit. I'm not on tilt, but I'm kind of. I need to just step away, go for a walk because that's irritating. Sometimes the market just does it to you. Now, sometimes I feel great about doing a quick little scalp, but in that situation, man, that could have been a way, way better winner. I don't want to all of a sudden just do something stupid, force a trade, and then risk giving back the gains here. Because overall, it's still been a very, very nice morning, even with the poor choice right there, poor choices. So if anything, hopefully you walk away just realizing you don't need to be like a perfect trader. You don't need to always make amazing choices in order to make money. Yes, poor choices will cause you to maybe not make as much money, but it's not like a poor choice necessarily leads you to a loss. But yeah, there are definitely some poor choices here, but it is what it is. Real quick before I go, though, I want to personally invite you to get signed up for this free live webinar that I'm offering. So if you are a beginner trader or a struggling trader, then definitely get signed up for the class. Now, if you're a battle-hardened veteran, I'm not quite sure you're going to really get much from the class. I mean, you're welcome to attend, don't get me wrong, but my confidence level in terms of value goes way up if you would classify yourself as somebody that's struggling as a trader, still trying to find your way, or if you're just flat out getting started and a total beginner. So those two categories, definitely get signed up for it. I'm confident this class can give you some very, very valuable things to think about and consider in your journey. So that's all I have. If you're not aware yet, I am live streaming. So I live stream every day, Monday through Friday, starting at 11 a.m. Eastern. So make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you can be reminded of when I do go live. So thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, and hopefully I'll see you on the live stream.